Okay, this is for the real reason Min Min is cool, or like, that sort of thing. So yesterday, Sakurai put out another one of those Sakurai Presents sort of things, and we got a nice in-depth look at the next fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the first fighter for the second fighter pass, and that fighter is, you already know, you've seen the thing probably countless times, just like everyone else has, it's Min Min from the ARMS game, and this is a very exciting fighter. I really haven't been that excited for the past DLC fighters. I got Fighter Pass 1, I'll probably end up getting Fighter Pass 2 just because, I'm a Nintendo fan, but like, Fighter Pass 1, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, it just, some of the fighters didn't really interest me. This is probably the most hype I've been for a DLC fighter, just because it seems like they're really going for a unique gameplay style. I mean, her A and B attacks are like tied to the unique arms. It's gonna be super cool. However, that's not what we're here to talk about today. I think that there's something even more exciting about Min Min than Min Min, and I know that doesn't make any sense at all, but like within the next couple of minutes we'll explain why this is exciting and talk about what other characters this could potentially allow to become newcomers, and get speculating on the remaining 5 characters, maybe even more, in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So what's up, guys? It's Thomas from the Switch Stop, and I'm joined by PJ from Switch Stop, and today we are going to be taking a look at how Min Min deconfirms the rule saying that spirits cannot become fighters in Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I just said there was a rule saying that spirits could not become fighters, and that's in itself a lie. That was never a rule, or at least an official one anyway. The Smash community loves to come up with all these little fake rules at who could and could not be included into the game, and a lot of people said that spirits deconfirmed fighters, at least in, past DLC waves. And there is actually somewhat of a basis to this theory, considering that in Fighter Pass 1, Reggie said something along the lines of these characters are going to be completely unique to the Smash Bros. Franchise, so it would not really make sense for one of those characters to have been a spirit in the game before. However, given that, we're now in Fighter Pass 2, there are no more rules like that. Any spirit can be a fighter now, which is really, really exciting to say the least.
Yeah, and the Smash community has always kind of made these like fan-made rules, like even dating back to Smash 4 before Lucas was announced, saying that Lucas can't be in the game again because he's a trophy, and he was eventually released as DLC again. So the fans kind of made up this rule saying that if they're a spirit, they cannot be a playable fighter, and it looks like Min Min has kind of deconfirmed this fan-made rule once again, just like Lucas did back in Smash 4. And Lucas was a bit of a different case, considering that Lucas was such a fan-favorite character that they ended up cutting out. They decided to add him as DLC along with another fan-favorite character, Mewtwo, which did not make the cut, but a lot of people expected to see in Smash 4 base game.
Yeah, but the thing that's really exciting here is Min Min isn't really a fan favorite. Like, if Min Min ended up not being put into Smash Ultimate and we didn't even get an ARMS fighter at all, no one would really be batting an eye. So it's very interesting to see that now pretty much any spirit is, possible as a fighter. And I mean, I say that with quite a bit of caution, as there are something like 1,400 spirits, I think. Like, after we get this ARMS update, there will be 1,400 spirits, which is absolutely nuts, and obviously not all of them could potentially be fighters. You got characters such as Eggplant Man as a spirit. Like, there is no way Eggplant Man is going to become an actual fighter. However, for every Eggplant Man, there's a Rayman or a Geno, and we're going to talk about those spirits today that, could actually become fighters, and now that this fan-made rule is broken, it's looking more likely than ever. So let's talk about that. Geno and Rayman. Specifically Rayman, he is probably my most wanted newcomer by a long shot. Rayman Legends on the Wii U is an absolutely phenomenal game. Maybe we'll get a new Rayman this year, God knows it's about time, but regardless, him and Smash would be absolutely amazing.
Next, Geno is a very obscure character, being a party member in Super Mario RPG, creating a cult following over the years, and unfortunately being axed from a lot of past Smash games. This may finally be Geno's time with this spirit theory possibly confirming spirits can be in the game.
Speaking of Mario RPGs, Paper Mario, we're getting a brand new one this July, and Nintendo has always been a big fan of advertising their other franchises in Smash Bros. Paper Mario has also ranked very highly on various polls in Japan of various newcomers that people want to see in the game, and those have been telling in the past, predicting Byleth and various other fighters, and especially with Paper Mario being a spirit, which is obviously now not holding him back from being in the game, it would be very interesting to see Paper Mario join the battle in this new DLC.
Next, Bandana Waddle Dee. Now, Kirby hasn't had a lot of representation in Smash, obviously with it being a very exclusive series to the amount of playable characters that you can have across its games, but Bandana Waddle Dee has had quite a following, at least this time in Smash Ultimate, and he's a spirit, which means now he can be possible with this theory.
Moving on to Pokemon, Nintendo once again likes to advertise other franchises in Smash Bros, and the Galar region, aka Gen 8, has not yet got a Pokemon representation in this game. The Gen 8 starters are all really unique, and if we did get Rillaboom, aka the Grass-type final evolution in this game, that would mean that we now have a Fire, Water, and Grass-type starter in this game, which would be, I mean, pretty cool, because, you know, that's the triangle, so it would be awesome to see them potentially add that, and there is a spirit that is the Gen 8 starters. A while back, I made a video talking about Echo Fighters being added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in some sort of Echo Pass. Somehow that video has over 1 million views and is the most, viewed video on this channel. And, if Sakurai ever does do an Echo Fighter Pass, then it would definitely be interesting to see that then characters such as Dixie Kong, Funky Kong, and the Octoling would definitely be included in that, especially Dixie Kong and the Octoling. Those were basically shoo-ins. A lot of people thought they'd be Echo Fighters in the base game. Obviously they're not, but now, hey, it's possible for them to be added in as DLC if Sakurai ever does some sort of Echo Fighter Pass.
And speaking of Sakurai, we have Rex from Xenoblade No, wrong one. Yeah, that one. Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, in which Sakurai is actually a pretty big fan of. Now, in Super Smash Bros. 4, Shulk was introduced into the battle, being the first appearance from a Xenoblade character, obviously. And with Smash Bros. Ultimate coming out, my first thought was that we would see a representative from some sort of Xenoblade game on the Switch, but apparently not. Sakurai ultimately decided to make Rex a Mii costume, citing that there just wasn't really enough time to make Rex a full character based on Xenoblade Chronicles 2 release date. Even though I thought he should have been a fighter base game, time constraints said otherwise, and we did not get him in.
However, I mean, PJ, you're right. This sort of fan rule has been broken, saying that, spirits can be in the game, so maybe Mii Fighter costumes can be in too. We never know. However, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and check out our podcast, Nintendo Tonight. It'll all be linked in the description.
And once again, thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to follow us both on our Twitters, along with joining our Discord. All will be linked below. And this is PJ from the Switch Stop.
And I'm Thomas from the Switch Stop, signing off. Peace.